Hola.
Hola.
How are you this evening, sir?
I am good. I am good, but I am without a partner in crime right now,
Just for a short time. Just for a short time.
just for a
Uh,
short period of time. How come every ghost looks like the girl in the hallway at the end of your intro there?
it's the same intro.
It is. Hey, Kyle. Hey, Danny.
Hey, Kyle. Which, by the way, they're welcome to come on too. Um, I'll leave it open for any Get Haunted team member to ever jump
No,
on with you guys if
no.
you don't mind.
Now you're asking for trouble. I don't care.
I'm
I
just saying,
don't care.
like if anybody, anybody from your team. Uh,
Yes.
so really quick, before I know Sarah's going to jump on, but maybe we can just get it started for anybody that lives under a rock and doesn't know about Get Haunted.
You don't have to live under a rock to not know.
um, just really quick, give us a rundown. I know you guys were on last week. It was a great show. I loved it.
We
But
were.
for anybody that missed it, because I had a little issues last week going live, um, just give us a rundown.
Rundown. All right. So Get Haunted is a paranormal services and event company. We do all kinds of different things, right? We have this year for 2023, we're looking at 30 plus events across the country. We have paranormal services where we do shirts and merch, mugs, you name it, laser engraving for teams. We will co-host with teams. Oh God, so many things.
Which, by the
Location.
way, you guys do really, really great merch. I love it.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Everything you guys make.
Thank you. That's my thing.
And I'm not just saying that.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I think. Let me think. Yeah, I
Good.
still believe you. Yeah, you got my shirt on. A little crooked. Um, yeah, so we do a lot, but essentially the mission of Get Haunted is to bring the community together instead of some that push it apart. We want everybody to have a voice in the community. We want everybody to be seen and heard, and we want everybody to feel part of something bigger. So that's kind of our big mission. How we accomplish that is done through a bunch of different ways. So yeah, we started doing events last year, 2022. Hi, Lori. Oh my God, you watched our, yeah, I had live issues today too. We had a blackout issue here. We started doing events in 2022. I was doing merch before that and all the way back to 2019. So yeah, and we've grown. We went from 2-3 people to about 30 some odd people, helping keep this ship upright right now. So we'll see what happens with it. 2023 is going to be a big year.
I totally knew this. Like when I first started interacting with you and, kind of, we didn't talk that much, but when we did talk, I could totally just, you just know those people that are in this for the right reasons and are going to do good for our community, the field, and everybody that kind of is interested in the paranormal, whether it be a seasoned investigator, an enthusiast, a hobbyist, somebody that wants to do what you guys are doing and get involved to help. You're kind of pulling in all kinds of people that want to help out and do different things or
Yeah.
just be a part of it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's hard. Like if you're starting out and you're on your own, it's hard to find a team. Yeah, I remember trying to find a team, and it was always like, nope, nope, nope. We don't have room. We don't need anybody else. So then you end up, doing things on your own. You don't really get to learn that way, right? And our approach, like we work with Silence Paranormal, right? The amazing group of deaf investigators. I love these women, and we brought them out to one of our events and God at the Shanley Hotel, and we were doing Estes method in sign language. It's like one of the coolest friggin' things I ever witnessed, right? Because they were getting
Wow.
responses to sign language, and it's something I never would have thought of on my own, right? So, anybody walking around that thinks they know it all is wrong to start with. So yeah, it's part of it, right? When people come to our events, we're there to learn from them just as much as they're there to learn from us, and it just makes for a really fun and interesting night. Pretty much every night I don't think we've had a bad night yet.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, there's really, you can feel the positivity. You can just feel
Yeah.
it, like when I talk to you guys or, at the events, and when you guys, even the interaction you have with each other as a team, it's fun. There's
Yeah.
positivity, you guys are making it fun. And that's one of my
Yeah.
most favorite things about it
No,
is,
we are definitely like a family, right? Within the team, and then even with on events and with our guests, like half of our team. Hey, Quimby, a perfect example.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, love, love.
Quimby was a guest at Old Hospital, and here we are. That was back in November. Here we are in February, and she's part of the team now, and um, we love her to death, and I think she still loves us.
She
Yeah,
loves my
there you
child.
go. There's some validation. So yeah, I mean, it's what it's all about, right? If we're out there being jackasses or mean to other people, it accomplishes nothing. So yeah, like that's been the goal from the get go. It's
Mhm.
tiring. It's exhausting with all the nonsense and drama sometimes. So we kind of keep the
Yeah.
tribe
Oh, that's for
happy and
sure.
fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. You guys probably hate your lives right now, but like you guys are my sounding board, and it's nice to be able to have people be like, "All right, Taryn, like we're with you on this, but take a deep breath and just calm the fuck down."
Well, I mean,
you know?
you're the only thing you can control. I say this to y'all, like you are the only thing you control.
Yeah.
So yeah, losing sleep over other people's things
Well, not
probably.
just that, but with daily shit, it's always good to have that those people you can go to and you can really say whatever and they
Yeah.
get it and they laugh and joke around about it or whatever. You know what I mean?
Or
Like
make
just
fun
have
of
it,
you.
yeah, or make fun of you or give you the middle finger
Yeah, all that fun stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
so it's awesome. It's I love it and I love being a part of it in any way that I'm a part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're a big part of it. You're a big part of our days now. So
Get home, I guess. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
get haunted, stay haunted. That's one of our taglines. We get that out there all the time.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Um, so
So
next event.
first event for 2023 is Saturday at one of your favorite places, the Hoover House. So we're kind of look, events, normal, typical paranormal events are pretty standard, right? And we always try to bring something new and different to the field. And the Hoover House has, geez, that's a big drink. The Hoover House is just one of those places that we like to try all these ideas. Last year we did the Victorian era type of investigation where we do with the table tipping and the seances and all that fun stuff. But way back last year, um, the first time I ever got to investigate with Sarah, we did the Heyman House in Sutton, West Virginia, and there's just something special about that house, right? It's not your typical haunted house. So we kind of kicked around an idea of like sort of next level type of investigation, and that is an investigation without the equipment, right? We both believe that and everybody on the team pretty much believes that we're way more powerful. We're way more important than a K2 meter or a REM pod. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So this session, this event's called Making Sense of Your Senses. It's about what you bring to the paranormal. So it's going to start out with Cody and Satori doing a virtual lecture on what brought them to the next level. If anybody here hasn't seen what they do, it's
phenomenal.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So they're going to do their lecture. They just didn't want to chance it driving, so that part's virtual. Then Pam's going to do this a Reiki session. Then Danny will do some psychometry, and this thing kind of ramps up. And then Sarah's going to do scrying with a twist, and then I'll end it out with remote viewing. So not that we're teaching everybody everything, but we're giving them tools to work with. After that session, we're going to break for a little bit, and then we're going to actually investigate without any tools, without any equipment.
I can't believe I'm missing it. This is my perfect type of investigation.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. Look, I've spent time in the Hoover House, and you really don't need a lot of equipment there to get something. But getting everybody kind of tuned up for the first half of the night is going to be.
Are you going to put recorders up or anything? Or
we want to introduce a couple of things, right? One is we want to see energy moving, so we'll have FLIR cameras there during the Reiki sessions, maybe during some. But the interesting part is, this is all about the connections, right? Connections we have to the universe, all these fun things. So Danny's been working independently, Sarah's been working independently, and I've been working on mine independently. And I'm in charge of there is a PowerPoint presentation. I like PowerPoint. I don't care what anybody says. But now that I have these slides, I'm seeing how we're all connected, and this thing just kind of panned out perfectly. At least on paper right now, what I'm looking at. So yeah, then we're going to move into the investigation, but yeah, we'll have FLIR. We will have EVP recorders going. I can't help myself. I'm the EVP guy. Couple pieces of equipment, but not a whole hell of a lot, right? Because we want them to use themselves.
This is like a dream investigation for me, because I don't like anybody that knows me knows that. Oh shit, Sarah's here. Anybody that knows me knows I don't like using equipment. I have a recorder. I'm happy with it. Hi,
Sarah. Hi. Sorry, everybody can hear me. I'm good. I made it. Sorry, I'm late.
Really quick, we were just getting into. I want you to introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are, just in case, because last week I had troubles going live, and we got a lot of people watching. So, and then there's people on TikTok. Hey, Goose, how are you? I just want to say hi really quick. But anyways, we were just getting into the making sense of your senses, and how, to me, anybody that knows me knows I don't like using a lot of equipment or barely any. So this is like the most dreamy investigation I could ever think of, right? And I can't make it. So you guys better do another one, because I want to do this for sure.
I think we will. I think it's going to be a success. I think this is going to be something that everybody's going to want to try again. And hopefully everybody that's there on Saturday will, I don't know, speak very highly of it and get people totally, ready for another go at it. So we've got lots of cool locations we can do it at.
What's cool about this is I honestly have never really heard of anybody doing it.
No. Event company wise, you mean?
Like doing this. I personally have never heard of anybody doing this type of investigation, first of all. Mm-hmm. Because most people use so much equipment.
Yeah.
Everybody loves equipment. I'm not knocking anybody, but people like to use equipment for data purposes, for, whatever it is, the thing that they like to do. And so to go into an investigation and not use equipment.
Right.
I mean, I've never been a part of anything like that, and I think it's an awesome idea.
Yeah. Sarah?
No, go, please.
The idea, right? We're trialing it here, and it's probably the best place. I had no idea, when I reached out to Satori, we got a meeting with Cody and Satori, and I'm like, listen, here's what we're planning. And they kind of looked at each other like, what? Because apparently that's what their lectures are about. And we didn't know that. Um, so yeah, hopefully this whole thing kind of goes smoothly and we turn it into something, because we want to have different offerings for different people and different levels of investigators. In all the years I've been doing this, I haven't learned a single thing from a REM pod or a K2. So let's see what happens when we get rid of all that shit and turn into a good night.
I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it. You guys have to do it again. Even if, let's just say, which I highly doubt 1000% this is going to happen, but let's just say you guys are like, oh, no, that didn't work. I don't care. We have to do it again. Or you guys have to do it again so I can be a part of it. I need to experience it.
It's going to work. I can't imagine that it might be for those people who have been investigating a long time that want to step away from equipment. It might be for people who are brand new who want to understand how to get in touch with their intuition. And I can't imagine this. To me, there is no age limit, so to speak, on this.
Right.
Absolutely. It's for everybody, all levels of investigator.
Yeah. It's just, I'm so mad that I'm gonna miss it.
Don't be mad. We'll do it again. I promise. It's gonna be good, right? And this one's gonna come down to, look, Hoover House isn't. We don't put on low cost or cheap events. We just don't. Hoover House isn't a cheap one. So the people are spending money to come to this, to stay for the night. They better, if you're watching it, you're not planning to, but they're gonna give it their all, because they kind of have to, right? We can bring them so far with this, but when we get rid of the equipment, it really all falls on whoever's sitting there investigating with us. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see if somebody has a breakthrough, if somebody discovers a hidden talent that they didn't know they had.
Awesome.
If they walk away with a set of tools that they can go and expand how they investigate and why they investigate and what it actually means to them. That part to me is the most intriguing part of all of this.
Yeah. I'm excited to, hear about, the results and how it goes.
Yeah.
Rob, you did start to say you guys are going to have cameras and recorders, right? I mean, you do want to capture the experience somehow, even if you're not physically using.
Yeah, as much as we can, right? Listen, just like any investigator, sometimes it's weird. Sometimes doing something new, trying something new. So as long as everybody's comfortable with it, we'll roll cameras wherever and whenever we can. But yeah, it's going to be different. Sarah and I have investigated this way at other locations. So to kind of put this out for more and more people to try is going to be really, really cool. And we have had ridiculous results in the past. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Well, right. You drop the distractions, sometimes, again, some locations lend itself to the fun equipment and totally love that. But the reality is sometimes equipment is just one giant distraction, and
Yep.
we start to, this is just how we are in life. Everything becomes instantaneous. We stop listening to ourselves, we stop relying on ourselves, and we rely on every other piece of technology. And I think we miss so much that the universe has to offer. I think we miss so much in life every day with all this bullshit. But with equipment, I think there are those locations that really want to connect with you. And when you drop the equipment to the side and just sit with these locations, Rob said it, we've had some very intriguing connections. So
yeah,
I'm super excited to see what we get at Hoover.
Yeah. It's funny because I always say, I'm gonna let her in my room really quick.
I thought that was a kid. Just so you know, I was like, whose kid is crying?
I don't know, but I'm looking around, making sure that nothing you can hear.
That's a little creepy.
She won't be quiet. She will be standing outside that door and meow the entire time.
So I just like you on a chat.
Anyway, so what I was going to say was, when here's the thing too, like, I like to, my perfect investigation would start out with complete silence for 10 minutes, laying on the floor, closing my eyes, taking deep breaths, and just listening to the location, hearing it, feeling it, smelling it, and listening to my surroundings for 10 minutes. That way, when I'm doing an investigation, I know those familiar sounds. I know the familiar smells, and I feel like you kind of connect with the location when you can do that. But when you're in a group of like 10 people, especially the Peaches, who I investigate with the most, none of us we can't shut up for 1 second, let alone 10 minutes. It's impossible.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, this to me is like, I mean, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to do that. I'm not saying that, but the fact that, to me, that's using your senses to be able to connect with it.
No, everything you just described, and
Yeah.
I'll show you after the fact. Part of at least the remote viewing session is exactly what you just said. I have a word descriptor list for those things that you just mentioned: sights, smells, tastes, all using your 5 senses to get familiar with a place, even if you're not there. It's a long story on that particular piece, but yeah. And by the way, we're not knocking regular investigations. They're great. Like, people watch TV, they see it, they want to try it. Most of our guests are first timers. But we do get teams that come out, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But eventually, right, you get to it. Like, for me, when I got to witness Cody and Satori and what they do in person, and when my dad showed up and started knocking on walls and shit, like, even Satori was surprised at how powerful it was. My dad's responses were. They made me just want to take all of my equipment and throw it in the garbage, right? I have probably like $10,000 worth of shit in a box, and I was just stunned.
Disclaimer: he's talking about my Rob. I have a Rob boyfriend.
I wasn't worried.
No. I'm just saying for anybody else out there, because it says Rob get haunted.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? And it says, and Rob is her baby cakes.
Okay, all right.
My Rob.
Maybe Rob is your baby cakes. I don't know.
Maybe he is my baby cakes, Robbie. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah. So just after witnessing all of that happen, I was like, there is so much more to the paranormal than us sitting here and with recorders and K2s and REM pods and SLSs and all that fun stuff. It's cool, but there's something else. There's something bigger and something more impressive that when you witness it personally, it changes everything for you. So that's kind of the idea. Where did I learn RV? So there's a lot of places. Here's the thing. My understanding of RV, at least, and I am not an expert, and I don't claim to be, and I don't know. There's some amazing people out there, and I've seen some amazing remote viewing results. Let me turn this shit down. And honestly, my first try, I actually couldn't believe what my ideogram looked like. But a bunch of different courses, Udemy and online, and there was a book I was rolling through, but I can list that stuff out. But yeah, you know what? The truth is, allegedly, anybody can do it. It just takes, once you understand what the brain does to you and how this all ties together, by the way, because to me, the remote, what I was kind of hinting at earlier was the remote viewing piece tied directly to Sarah's scrying piece with a twist, tied directly to Danny's psychometry. It ties directly to Reiki. It's all intuition. It's all about intuition and stopping your left brain from giving you bad news or bad images about what you're witnessing. It's complex, but it's not. You just have to let go and trust your intuition and get everything down on paper. And not try to analyze things while it's happening, just be a data recorder. And the results so far have been really, really surprising. I accidentally, oh, Stacy. So that's funny. Look at that. There's my guy. Yeah, Stacy, that's you. Um, Message me. I have one big
That's
question for
funny.
you.
That's
Um,
funny because earlier they're like, hey, just joined, and I'm like, wow, motor split to me now. Okay.
yeah, so Stacy is definitely the guy that I have spent the most time listening to and watching. And Stacy, this Saturday, I'm using pretty much everything that I've learned from you. I'm trying to jam it into an hour. It's going to be really, really
It's the
impossible.
quick course.
Yeah, so it's a crash course, but I am, yes, like you have influenced me. And oh my God, I can't believe he's here. This is freaking
Are you
crazy.
starstruck? You're starstruck a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
But so Stacy, you'll be happy to know that when I did, the throwaway, um, the first the first RV session, my ideogram was exactly. I'm a little bit flustered. I was exactly the shape was what the photo was, which was really, really weird. I was a little bit off on everything else, which according to you is okay. But then the second and third sessions, I got just progressively better at it. And it is about, but again, my whole point being, this isn't much, in my opinion, and the way I view it, isn't much different than automatic writing, isn't much different than psychometry. It's about letting your intuition and listening to it and not letting yourself get all out of whack. So that's what we're going to try to give everybody. And then once we get to that point, right, we're going to cut them loose on this ghost time. Well, they're not going to cut them loose. We're all going to do this together now that everybody's tuned in and tuned up and ready to go. Sarah's put together another thing, Stacy. Yes, Stacy, don't I know, don't tell everybody what it is. Another thing Stacy mentions that Sarah has been on about for a year now is your diet and what you eat, and making sure that you're full and satisfied. And Stacy brings that up in his course. So yeah, there's been a lot of it's been months of learning and trying to discover new things for myself, and feeling the connections between that and the paranormal, believe it or not, right? It's just cool. It's cool.
So, is it a form of meditation?
That seems like a far too general
It's
description.
simplifying it, right? It's almost
Yeah,
simplifying
it's less of meditation and more of, I think, being in a proper mindset. However, you're not supposed to have like shiny objects, music, dogs running around, all that fun, everything that happens in this house, at least.
Right.
Um,
Sounds like the perfect thing for me because I have ADD so bad. So one little thing, I'm like,
no, actually, RV is rapid pace, right? You don't want to take time. You want to just get everything out, and then and
yeah,
throw
but
away the bad
if you
shit.
don't want all that distraction, you know what
Right.
I
So
mean?
you have to be able to focus.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might have a hard time with it,
Oh, I
but
have a hard time.
if you don't try it, you'll never know, right?
Right.
So you need to come to one of
But what
these.
I'm saying is, though, when I do get that opportunity to do what I told you what I do prior to investigating,
Yep.
and I literally put my arms out, I put my legs out, and I feel I feel the floor. I listen, I smell, like to be able to do that and close my eyes and just really focus on that. I don't get to do that very often, but when I do, I wind up having amazing personal experiences. You know, that I'm not normally able to do.
Yeah.
There's a place called Gabriel Davies Tavern we investigated, and I was able to do that there. And I picked up on a weird Z name or something like that. And I described this woman, and when we went downstairs, we're walking around, and I promise you, hand to God on the Bible, that I did not see this picture, but this picture is there. And somebody picked it up and they're like, holy shit, Taryn, look. and it was like the woman I described on the back was the weird Z name. It was a weird name. I can't remember. I have a picture of it, but I've never been able to do that before that or after that. You know what I mean? But does it have something to do with what I did prior?
Probably.
It does. I always start when I work with a group. I always start with 5 minutes of just sitting and letting the location talk, right? Because that's where you connect. That's where it all starts. We just barge in there like Ghostbusters.
Right.
It's ridiculous, right? So go and listen to that. You're right, and you can get a baseline,
Yeah.
and you get a feeling for what the house or the building or the location feels like, and just like you said, it smells and sound, all those fun things.
Yeah.
See, you can reduce some of that ADD.
I know. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, great. Like, if I could do that, I wouldn't need to take my medicine.
Stick with us. Stick with us, Taryn. We'll get you there.
We'll get you there.
Um,
Stacy, message me for real. I have a question. Find me on Facebook. That's so cool. Did you plan this, Taryn?
No.
Okay.
Wait,
it's 2:22, Rob. Is this really a shock to you?
It's been the craziest. Can I curse? Craziest day, right?
Sarah.
Uh-oh.
She's wearing a tank.
She's like,
yeah, I don't know. The opposite.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're showing me a logo, not your beautiful
well,
birds. Okay.
That's behind the scenes, babe.
You guys want me to leave? I can leave. No problem.
But listen, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I don't even know what I'm saying now. It doesn't even matter.
He's knocked off that one now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Honest to God, I can't remember what I was saying. So.
Well, Stacy's saying he's not on Facebook, but you can message.
Yes.
You know.
I can understand why too. All right. I'll hit you up through Udemy. Shit, what was I saying? Oh, today. Yeah. During our live, Sarah and Rob live, we're talking about the Conjuring house and my experiences. Were you there for that?
Yeah.
And then I got hit with the power brownout. It took out some of my equipment here. I don't even understand what happened. Then the live ended on its own for some reason, so we had to come back. And now Sarah had her power issue.
I know. Seriously, a transformer got knocked out, and just my side of the street. That's
wow.
it. Just my side of the street. So
wow. And I gotta give it to you. Sarah could have been like, listen, guys, my power's out. I'll talk to you guys later. No, she gets in her car, drives to somebody's house just to do this.
We don't cancel. We don't cancel, Taryn. We hold our commitments pretty heartfelt here, and I didn't want to miss. This was our moment. We had planned 2/22 to hang out with the beautiful Miss Taryn Kerper right here on Paranormal Brew. We couldn't miss it.
I could have. I hate coming on shows. It's the only reason I'm like, I'm not fucking going.
For Robert over here, introducing me and you, because I am like in love with you. I love our friendship. I love that sisterhood bond that we have. And you're like, I don't know. I'm just happy that you were meant to be in my life. I know.
I feel the same way.
We're going to be getting haunted for life.
We're getting haunted for life. That's right. You're stuck with us, Rob.
And even in the afterlife, we're going to get haunted in the afterlife even.
Hell yeah.
So, Sarah.
Yeah.
I told her, for anybody that wasn't watching last week because I had issues, just really quick, just introduce yourself and tell everybody about Paranormally Blonde, your podcast, and then how you and Rob got hooked up and how everything, now you're a part of Get Haunted as well, not just Paranormally Blonde, but you're also part owner, right? Am I right in saying that?
She's the other owner.
She's the boss, but
who is the boss?
She is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, we got that part. Let's so everybody knows. I'm there.
Yeah, no, not true. Well, I'm Sarah V. co-host of Paranormally Blonde. I've been doing that with Miss Dee Dee Jabrell for, I think we're on 2 years, 3 years. I don't even know anymore. 2 years? I can't keep up anymore.
Whatever.
2.5. Yeah, I can't keep up anymore. So yeah, have been doing the podcast.
Great show, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, and we've got some new ideas here in the queue, and we always just love to meet, every corner of paranormal. We try to sort of, jewelry makers, right? Merchandise makers, equipment makers, investigators, show hosts, authors. We love to meet them all. We've even had, this kid, he was so adorable, Justin. He loves to do dowsing rods. It's something that he feels he's very proficient in. And so we had him do a live dowsing rod investigation in his home, and it was well received, and he deserves just as much airtime as somebody that's been on network television. Like, we're all out there exploring the paranormal. So, the show has been a great outlet for that. And then that's how I met Rob. I had him, Rob and Tanya and Bill, they were on the show December of 2021, and they were describing Get Haunted. And, I've been in paranormal for 25 plus years, and the way he described the network was just exactly how, I guess, when you're out there, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating what you've said, Rob, but, when you're out there, it's hard to get into groups. It's hard to find other investigators or whatever that will accept you. So it took me a really long time, and then met Get Haunted, and it was like, this is amazing. I joined the network that night. And it was everything that they had all described and more. Yeah. So I was getting guests right away. I was like, hey, looking for a guest with this, and everybody in Get Haunted would just flood me with suggestions. So then, yeah, it just sort of, Rob would, once in a while, he would comment on something, or I'd comment on something of his, but, it just he was kind of always off in the distance. I think they were doing their stuff and I was doing my stuff. And then he had a fire sale on sweatshirts. Literally. And I was like, literally his laser printer burned up, and he had this really sad story online. I'm like, oh, well, shit. Like, I got to buy a sweatshirt. So I did. And he wrote me and he's like, no, you're not going to buy it. I'll send it to you because you support us. And I'm like, no, I want to help. Like, you need to replace your laser printer. And then that's just the beginning of our story. And we started talking, and he shared his very personal Conjuring House story with me, and we just were, I don't think it took long, maybe about a week. I was like, will you be my best friend? And he was like, yeah.
And I felt bad for her. I'm like, this girl's such a dork. No, yes. Yeah. That was, so the twos, right? It was 2-1. She bought the hoodie. 2-2. I decided to tell her February 2nd. I told her my story. I still don't know what possessed me to tell her. And yeah,
and I don't know, honestly, I don't know what possessed me to listen. Yeah. Like, I was just doing my thing, and I get this ding, and it's Rob, and he's just like, now the day before he had just said, don't, let me just send you the sweatshirt. I'm like, no. And then it's just out of the blue, he's like, have I ever told you my CH story? And I'm like, no. And I honestly, normally I would have been like, what the fuck? Like, but I didn't, and he just,
because it was just out of nowhere. Yeah.
It was just out of nowhere. And he told me, and there wasn't, if you don't mind me sharing this part, but he was like, towards the end, he was like, do you think I'm lying? And I'm like, no. Cause I'm thinking, why the hell would you lie to me? Like, what would you have to gain? And then he said, all right, do you think I'm crazy? And I'm like, no. Now, most times I would have said yes to both of those questions.
Right.
But for whatever reason, and I don't recall a lot of the conversation, questions that I've asked Rob, there are things that I don't remember. So I don't know what took over, but that was sort of one of those moments where you're like, it's kind of like how with you and, me, Taryn, like there's just times when you're just like, this is just supposed to be. Yeah. Like, this is just the way it's meant to be. And so then we just sort of would touch base we started talking, and then I'd be like, hey, what about this for Get Haunted? What did you ever think about doing that? And then I was like, can I do your social media? He's like, yeah, I hate
let's
doing it.
yeah, let's be honest. She sent me a message one day, but just to backtrack for a minute, no, I don't even know why. Why I decided. I was sitting on the couch, and I was a literal disaster of a human being at that point. Really, really bad place. And I'm like, talk to her about it. And just something in my head. And I did. And I don't know why we didn't know each other really. And it was weird. And then the questions that she doesn't remember asking me solved a big part of this problem for me.
Right.
Or pretty much all of it. But yeah, so no, the truth is she reached out and she's like, you suck at social media. And she wasn't, it's Paranormally Blonde, Stacy.
Yeah.
Put the link up, Karen.
He is on Facebook, so YouTube.
He's not on Facebook. On YouTube, it's Paranormally Blonde. Just look for my beautiful mug. I'm on one or two of those shows. They have me on rarely, but
oh my God, we have you on all the time.
Once in a while I get on there. But no, she's like, you suck at social media, and she was right. So I'm like, come on board and do social media for us. So she did. And everything, God, we had like 1,000% growth, I think, like in the first month or two, which isn't because we were really low, which is nothing to sneeze at. And then the ideas started coming, right? All of a sudden, she'd drop an idea, she'd drop another idea. I'm like, holy shit, like, really? Like, this is amazing. So finally, I just got sick of saying yes to everything. I'm like, why don't you come run the company with me? This way I don't have to say yes. She can just do whatever she wants now.
Thank you, Kyle.
Thanks, Kyle.
You're cute and helpful.
Yeah, no, Sarah brings, like, we're very yin and yang sometimes with things. She brings something truly special to Get Haunted that I don't know how to give to the people that are part of this. To the guests, even to, I hate being on shows. I hate doing this. No, I do. I've gotten better at it, but I hate
it. Doing it, but
I asked him like 2 years ago to come on, and he was just like, sure.
I turn him down all the time. Sarah's was the first show that I actually enjoyed, right? Which is,
I see.
I hadn't been on your show yet, jackass. And I was like, okay, it wasn't bad because she made it fun, and I don't like, anyway. I'll shut up. I can leave. You guys want to leave?
I'm so kidding with you. I'm so
I don't give a shit. I'm out.
No, stop.
How do I exit?
Get out of here.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, stop it. But yeah, so it just turned into, the Rob and Sarah sort of knocking out ideas and merchandise ideas and concepts. And honestly, like, I just did a post tonight, like, I am really grateful to have found Get Haunted, but I feel very blessed that Rob has trusted me to be able to share ideas. Everybody is so kind. Danny, Kyle, Julie, Terry, like, honestly, the group, all the new crew, Lori, Joe, like, everybody is just so kind. Everybody's different. Everybody brings something different to the table. But, for Rob to trust me, and, if I give an idea, as crazy as they are, and you'll hear him say, if I come with an idea, he just is like, this is going to cost me. And, but, I think we've created something very diverse. I feel like what you see for the 2023 Get Haunted season, I think it is, I think there are a lot of great event companies out there, hands down, but I think what you're going to see with Get Haunted is we're really going to give a lot of diverse and sort of expanding your mind events. It's not going to be just going to watch somebody do their thing. We really want to get you in there. We want to explore your passion. We want you to find your passion. And it's cool if somebody went to a Get Haunted event and then they learned something from us and then they added something to that and they're building their own theory to see that stuff grow. That's the whole, to me, that's the name of the game. Like, you should send them out, not emulating you, but taking pieces of what they've seen and learned and building upon it. So I think we got something really cool here.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you do. And I mean, I just I love it. I love the whole thing. And I'm like I said to Rob last week when I had you guys on, and I'll say it again. Like I knew it and I felt it, and so I just reached out to him because I knew he was like just starting to like kind of blow up. He was starting to get around. I just said, listen, like just watch out for shitty people.
Yeah. And
said,
Cody,
don't let anybody change you.
No, nobody's changing.
No. But I did. I reached out. I was like, I just was worried. I was worried.
I know you were.
I was just worried.
We got the warrior goddess sitting here. Nobody's getting a Rob. Cody tells Satori that I'll message her back. I'm on this, so she just sent a message about Saturday. But yeah, we're ready. And Cody, I hope you're ready. That's what I hope.
Yeah,
but I'm sure you are.
They're and Cody and Satori have to come on my show too. I would love to have them on.
You need to get them on. No, nobody's changing us, right? We back away from the extra money by overbooking events. We back away from doing
by not overbooking.
But yes, that's what I mean. Thank you, boss. We will not overbook events just for money. We want everyone to walk away happy. Whether
that's
paranormal,
what I love. It's not about, and I'm going to say this respectfully because I'm friends with a lot of the paracelebs or a lot of the people that bring in the tickets and stuff like that. But it's not about that. It's about the people that are going to these events, like the people that are attending. Like, you guys are genuinely wanting them to have a great time.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah. And
1,000%.
That's awesome. It's not about you guys. It's about them. And the locations too. I mean, you do raise money for the locations. You guys do a lot for the locations.
We try.
So that's also, there's nothing else, that I respect more than those two things. And I love it.
Well, and I think, when you see us bring on, the paranormal celebrities, having April Bassett and yourself and Dave Schrader, to us, right?
Cody,
it enhances
Satori, for sure.
And Cody and Satori, like, it enhances. To me, it should first and foremost always be about the guest. We want them to come. They have trusted us with their experiences, sometimes their very first experience. And so for some people, they might not have an opportunity to meet those people in person. So to have that, right, to offer that here and there, I think is a really awesome thing. I love that. Absolutely. However, if your event is only sold because of who you put on your banner, then you don't have an amazing event to offer. And I think this is one thing that Rob and I truly, I don't know if that's overstating something, but, I think one thing that Rob and I truly have worked hard to do is we put a lot of love and thought into the ideas. It's not just a rush off to somewhere and what can we do next to make some money? I mean, yes, we have a little bit more expensive of an event, but I promise you what you're going to get and walk away with is you will walk away with an experience and you will walk away with new friends. That's just, you can't not do that at a Get Haunted event.
Well, first of all, I don't think your guys' events are that expensive. But with that being said,
some people do.
Please tell everybody about the VIP pass.
Oh, shit, I'm not prepared for this.
You're not?
Well, I'm just saying, because you just said like some of them might be a little bit, but however,
there is an option.
The Get Haunted has this amazing.
Sarah, do it. I'll grab one so we can show it off.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So the VIP pass, the VIP access card was born out of the first of all, the acknowledgement that what we were seeing in 2022 is we were getting a lot of return guests, and that is it's humbling, and it's so heartwarming to be able to feel like these people want to come back and hang out with us. So the pass was born out of wanting to give back to those guests. So it's a little bit like a season pass to an amusement park. So one person per pass, just like you would do at an amusement park. You can get a 2, a 3, or a 5 event card. So a 2 event would be $200, 3 event would be $300, and the 5 is $499. With this pass, now you can buy the pass tonight. You can go on to gethaunted.com and go to our events and click on the VIP pass card. That is, as you see, my lovely assistant. You can pick out these. Oh, he's very magical too. There you go. Okay. Look at that.
Sorry. I was showing off.
Do that again.
You were showing off a little bit.
No, I'm not doing it again. You don't ask magicians to do a trick twice, ever.
Whatevs.
I'm sorry, Sarah. Go ahead.
You're good. So here's the good thing. You can go pick if you want to do 2. I promise you, if you're eyeing one event, you're gonna want to do 2. This does not include the hotel events because we just can't do that for the hotel events. But every other event is pretty much on the table for the VIP card.
Hotel events, just kind of clarify that a little bit.
So the Shanley, Hoover House,
like where you stay overnight.
Overnight, sleep. So where you buy a room, if you're buying a room with the event, then the VIP does not work for that, is not eligible. But Mid-Orange, MSP,
White Hill stuff.
White Hill, yeah.
So you would just do one night of an investigation or you know.
Yeah.
An overnighter. So it turns into about, you get about 30% off your ticket. So if you go to 1, I promise you're going to want to do 2. So you can get the VIP pass now. You don't have to pick which events right off the bat. You can look at the calendar and decide I want to do 2. And then you just put in your code. But the other beautiful thing about this card, not only do you get discounts on the events that are eligible, you get merchandise discounts. Mm-hmm. You get a discounted 1 bring a friend ticket. So you can introduce somebody else to paranormal.
That's awesome.
You get to come early to the events and, be a VIPer, and you can check out these locations, take pictures, have some time to get to know the location, hang out with the crew. You get a special t-shirt. And, we are already phase 2 is sort of already happening. So the Kelly at the Shanley has already joined up with phase 2 of the card. And if you are a VIP access card holder, there are certain discounts that you also get at the Shanley. So
awesome. Hopefully more locations will jump on that. That would be great.
We're working.
I mean, this card has opportunity for everybody in the community. This card was not designed to be just Get Haunted. This card was designed for the paranormal community, just like Get Haunted is designed for the entirety of the paranormal community. So this card falls right in line with our mission, and it's a pretty cool card. And why would you want that card? Look at this. Who wouldn't want that in their wallet? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Stacy, we're all over the country now, right? Last year we were pretty much confined to the Northeast. But we have Kansas coming up in March. Then we have Indiana. We have North Carolina. We have Virginia, West Tennessee.
By the way, is USS North Carolina on this VIP?
Yeah. What?
It is. Yeah, it is.
I said yes, but she didn't.
No, because I'm like, oh my God. Because
I thought we were frozen. I'm like, what the hell happened?
That was good then. You thought I was frozen.
So Stacey, if you go to gethaunted.com, click on our events, you'll see them all. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, no, that's okay. But also there's the 2, we have Old Harriman Hospital and Old South Pitt Hospital now. So these are great locations. And again, you don't have to decide which ones. You can just go, and there is on our Get Haunted page and throughout some of the other event pages, there is an actual visual of the events with the VIP card in the middle that are all eligible for that card. So you can kind of see it all in one place. So
right. So you know what you're paying for. You know what
you're paying for.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what you're getting. I mean, that's also important. Transparency with everything. People want to know, what does this include? What is it? I mean, so it's good that you guys have that right there. Nobody's going to question what they're getting, what they're not getting, you know,
No,
which by the way, everything sounds amazing.
we think it's
They
pretty
will
amazing.
be. They will be. And Stacy, we're working on New Orleans.
So now
guys,
let's say that I get a card now and
Yeah.
prior, let's say more locations decide to add on.
Yeah.
Does the card kind of honor that as like the card you have? You don't have to like up
Yeah.
your membership or up the card with anything. Like it just will automatically be okay.
Yep, it's all anything new. It applies in most cases, unless it's a hotel stay, right? Because
Yeah.
look, what people don't understand is we rent the entire building. Like we don't F around. Like we're not going to be tiptoeing around somebody in room 7 because they're there on spring break. Just not happening. So we rent the entire building. Have to sell rooms. Not Bill Gates. I don't have billions of dollars to piss away. So
Yet.
yeah. Even if it never happens, but there's big dice rolled. I mean, I probably have like 50 grand floating out there right now, just in deposits that we hope to get back. So it's a little bit, it's a scary business, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But so everybody knows at events, like we give you everything. We bring the equipment. There's enough equipment pretty much for everybody. There is semi-structured. The first half is semi-structured. You're going to learn different techniques, work with different investigators. You might work with me. You might work with Sarah. You might work with us both if we're both at the same event. And everybody's got a unique style. We handpicked everybody pretty much, or they handpicked us really, but they all have different techniques, and it's really kind of cool. So we try to give everybody a very well-rounded experience, and then about halfway through the night, we do some paranormal challenges. We make it kind of crazy and fun. And then we say, take all this gear, take all the equipment, take all the things we've shown you so far, if you've never investigated before, and go and do it. And if you get stuck, come back and get us, but go do it on your own.
Right.
But if you're a seasoned investigator, it's another thing. Like seasoned investigators are afraid to go out with event companies. They think it sucks because they think we don't control the groups well, but we don't. We try to break the groups down by experience level whenever we can. But if you're there and you bring your own equipment and you're seasoned, and use it. Like we're not going to stop you as long as you're not disruptive or being an ass. We're not going to stop you. We want everyone to have a good night. So we're a bit different in that regard from other event companies. Where we try to tailor the event to the ticket holders rather than force them into a predetermined agenda that doesn't work for everybody.
Right. That's awesome. I love it. So really quick, rundown of like events you guys got coming up.
Sarah knows this better than I do.
I really don't. And
okay.
I mean, we have the Hoover House. That's our first, the 25th. This is what I do know. We have Randolph County Infirmary. That's March 11th. That I do know. March 17th and 18th is McIntyre Villa in Atchison, Kansas. Also, March 18th is Conjuring House with Rob, Joe, and Corey. And then past that,
okay, boys versus girls.
April 1st.
That's April. Oh, April 1st is Cashtown Inn, April 1st. And then April 22nd is our amazing event, Girls versus Boys at Old Hospital on College Hill. This is going to be a live event. It will be hosted by Haunted Road Trip and Dee Dee, but it will be live on Paranormally Blonde. And I promise you, this is probably one of the coolest paranormal challenge that will be seen live, with things that you can't even, I've said this 100 times now, if we even just sat down right now and tried to explain it to you, you still wouldn't get it until you're looking at it. This is going to be an amazing live. I have a feeling it will run about 4 hours on Paranormally Blonde. It's got crazy cool stuff. We're going to be showcasing the town, the community. It has turned truly, it went from Get
Girls
Haunted with old girls are going to win. It kind of went from Get Haunted in Old Hospital until to really a community-wide project, and we hope to really showcase the community, and we want to just show our love to that entire town, to Williamson, West Virginia. So that's going to be super cool. Yeah.
Awesome. Sorry, you missed March 25th with Taryn and
oh my gosh, I know. You know what? I'm trying to ignore that. And April Bissett and Two Brothers Extreme. I'm trying to ignore that one because I can't make to March 25th, and I really want to be there with them, but
that would be so awesome.
So guess who will be there? I'll be there. Taryn will be there. Awesome. April will be there.
Two Brothers Extreme.
Two Brothers Extreme. Oh, so you've got an all-star lineup right there. Sadly, Sarah can't make it. But for
it was almost an all-star lineup, but I can't be there.
Almost.
No,
so
maybe.
Close.
Huh? Maybe.
I'll see what I can do.
There are a couple rooms left, guys. So if all the Taryn fans out there, if you want to come and hang out with Taryn and
with a little paranormal peach.
Yes, and we may actually fight each other that night. Taryn has been threatening me.
Fight Club Friday,
yeah. But it's gonna be Saturday. But we'll make it happen. All right, Stacey, thank you. Yeah, we're getting something out this week on the mail. So yeah, March 25th. There's a couple rooms left, folks. I think 2 or 3. And I'll tell you what, if you book a room over the next few days, just message me, say you saw us on Taryn's show, and we'll cut you a little break.
Look at that.
That's awesome.
The discount code is going to be something about Taryn. Taryn's the worst. Yeah, that's what I might have to do. So just message in if you guys want a room. It's going to be cool. April Bissett's going to be there doing her thing. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. And it's the Shanley Hotel. Taryn, you've never been?
No.
Holy shit. It's so good.
No.
So anyway, and then we have.
I am going with the Peaches on the 10th.
You just said you guys don't know how to shut up for 10 seconds.
We don't.
All right, then. Don't cry if you don't get anything good. I'll tell you what to do. You guys you FaceTime. I'll show you where to go and what to ask for.
All right.
We'll try something.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
She's getting, what'd she say? She's getting popped at the channel. Yeah. That's one of my peaches.
We know.
Oh.
I know.
So that's a big cup. This is a cup she made when we had our peaches retreat at Hinsdale House for
that's cool.
days. So.
Are you drunk now? Is that what's happening?
I wish I was.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm so excited about that. And before that, I mean, I will be. My 45th birthday is March 2nd.
Oh, happy birthday!
March 3rd through the 6th, I will be doing my birthday bar crawl in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
Get ready, Gettysburg.
46? I thought you were like 57, 58.
It's definitely going down. If anybody wants to watch me and Rob fight at the Shanley.
I'm trying to sell tickets here. You are going to see a battle royale at the Shanley Hotel. I might end up in the well.
Who's going to wind up being the haunter is Rob, because I'm going to kick his ass into the next life, and he's going to be
all day. This is what I see all day on chats. These two can't help themselves. It never ends.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You too.
She starts it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm good. So I'm looking forward to that, because I'll be staying at the Inn at Lincoln Square, which I have had so many experiences at. The Inn at Lincoln Square in Gettysburg is phenomenal. So I love going there, because it doesn't matter if I'm doing anything paranormal or not. I have experiences at this place, so I love staying there. When my peaches got me a brick engraved for the square in Gettysburg, they got it right outside of this inn, because I've been staying there for like the last 10 years. Every year for New Year's, it's my favorite place. Yeah, I love it. So I'm looking excited.
Wait,
I love it.
is this can I find this when I'm there this weekend, Rob? Is
Yeah.
this something I can get a picture with?
Yeah,
I'll
no
go get a
worries.
picture with Terrence Breck.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's
Okay.
like diagonal. Kyle found it. Kyle sent me a picture. He found it when he
Of
was
course
there.
he did.
He's
Of
so
Of course he did. Kyle.
Big suck up. He's like sucking up to
Yeah.
Taryn.
All right, we'll find it. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hit it with a hammer.
I am gonna whoop your
I'm
mouth
gonna fill it in with crazy glue.
with crazy brew. Did you say?
Glue. Stop it.
But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to all the stuff coming up. And definitely looking forward to Shanley for sure. I think that's going to be
It's
awesome.
gonna be funny. It's gonna be fun and funny.
It's
Well,
going to be
hopefully we'll get some of your um wonderful side family here to a Get Haunted event. Our crew is amazing. Seriously, we have so many amazing people sharing their passion and talent in paranormal. And, you know, some of them are guests that had come to a few events. And when we had the call out for needing help, they stepped right in. And so that right there, in my opinion, should say a lot. I mean, these are people that just love what Get Haunted stands for, and they exude it. So come meet us. We want to meet you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Sarah, tell everybody where they can find Paranormally Blonde and when you're on and everything. And
Yeah, so Paranormally Blonde on YouTube. It's YouTube at Paranormally Blonde. We are live on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We are pretty much always on Mondays. Sometimes we'll do a special night, but pretty much always Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. We do have a Twitter. I don't know how much is done there. I'm not a huge Twitter fan. People are mean. People are so mean on
yeah, I
Twitter.
don't have Twitter.
I can't do it. I'm just not built
I don't
that way.
twit. I don't do twit.
Yeah. And then, of course, come see us all over the Get Haunted on Facebook. That's pretty much, I'm usually there a lot. Instagram, and I do know we have a TikTok, but that's gonna get hyped up here very, very shortly. So just big things happening. Big things are gonna be happening.
I'm excited, and I'm excited to just watch it bloom and blow up, and and be a part of some of it. However it is that I can be a part of it, and I love it, and I love you both. I think you guys are great.
I love you.
Awesome,
We love you.
solid, awesome people.
And we do thank you. You've been a big supporter from day zero, and it means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to Sarah. Yeah, so thank you, and the Peaches who always say hello at the Paracons and all those fun things that
Yeah, come see us at the Bash. Everybody come say hello. There'll be a booth there for Get Haunted and Paranormally Blonde. Come see us there at Penhurst Paracon, the White Hill Paracon. Like, come see us. We wanna see you in person. Come see us.
Are you going to some of those? Are you going to the cons, Sarah?
I'll be at the Bash for sure.
Yes.
I feel like there would be a slight possibility of me showing up to Penhurst, maybe. I'm working that out. I'm in Michigan, so
yeah, I know it's hard. I know it's hard.
So yeah, trying to work all that out.
We'll see if I allow her to be at them, and she'll be there.
Didn't we already establish she's the boss?
Yeah, we did. I know. Okay. I'm just sitting here. It is hitting me really hard right now that this project that we've been working on since June of last year, is now kind of coming to life this weekend, and the freaking guy I've learned the most from is sitting on the side.
Mm-hmm. Well, Rob, I have to ask you then. I just, with everything that you and I have experienced, with some of our really profound experiences that we have shared together, does this shock you tonight that Stacy is right here?
No, especially because of the date and the time we started. A big numerology kind of thing. The twos, I could rattle off probably 60 instances of twos. But the fact that Stacy's, I was friggin' looking at him just 2 hours ago. I'm trying what the hell I'm talking about. It still astounds me every time.
Well, and that's when I shared the high I just joined. I was like, oh, there's a motorsports person here. And my first thought was like, is this person going to be
what the fuck? Really? He's not like a regular?
No.
So Taryn, just so you know,
that's what I'm saying. He said, I just joined. He said, hey, I just joined. So
this is the thing. I'm just going to tell you, this is the thing. And when I tell you everything that from Rob reaching out saying, have I told you this story, to everything that we have done together, or anything that, if it's like, I'm going to go do this. It's been honestly probably one of the coolest things about universe, when you just accept and let it flow, the things that just happen. And so this is why I'm telling you, 2023 is going to be so amazing with people that we meet. Having Taryn, honestly, like, I'm not over exaggerating this. Like,
I
being, we had this conversation last show. Yeah. Taryn Kerper, to me, I was intimidated. There was no way I was going to ever talk to you. So there's this cool thing where it's just like, yeah, this is where you belong. This is where you belong. And when you just let it flow, things like tonight, to me, I'm excited for him, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, right. No shit. That's right. This is just what happened.
The excitement he had, he was like, wow, you're one of my students. Like, he didn't even realize it. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't until you started talking. And even to bring up the remote view, first of all, I'm just going to go on record saying I had no idea that Rob could even do that. I had no idea that you were into that. So
I didn't either.
Well, but you were we just started talking about it, and how, why would
I don't know why, but it all came crashing down on me in the last 5 minutes. I'm like, I'm listening to all of it, right? The date is a significant date. Everything about this conversation tonight has been significant, and he's off on the side. Like, and I'm like, what the hell is happening? Yeah, welcome to Get Haunted. This is the shit. It happens so often, and it's so crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Get haunted, get connected. I'm telling you.
I was going to say earlier when she first I was like, oh my gosh, I love her. I love her.
Quimby.
I love her. I love her energy. I've never even spoken to her. Right. But just it, like the stuff she puts up and everything she says and blah, blah, it just radiates like, I wish.
Are we on a time budget here? Because
no, why?
Quimby, I met Quimby November last year at Old Hospital in College Hill, and she came as a guest, and I just feel like we connected pretty quickly. She's very special. She's a very special person. We had a great night that night. It was a lot of fun getting to know her, and I'm just happy she's part of this team now. So, yeah, Quimby's good people, man. She is good people.
And that's another connectiveness story. I mean, they go to Old Hospital on College Hill. Danny and I dream up this girls versus boys. We pitched the idea to Rob, and he was like, and for whatever reason, in my head it had to be. And I think with Danny, we both agreed, like, it has to be Old Hospital. And if we can't get a good date, like, I guess there are all these other locations we can do it at, but it's got to be Old Hospital. And it just worked out beautifully. And it was 4/22, which is kind of crazy that we got that date. And and then Quimby, next thing you know, Quimby's interviewing to be part of the Get Haunted team. And it just, like, everything just sort of, it's like, yeah, we're all just here. We're all supposed to be here together and do this journey together. It's really a huge, well, I don't really love the word journey anymore, but it's definitely an adventure that we're all taking together.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. So Stacy, we've been kicking around different ideas since last June, right? We knew we wanted to take the next level and bring it to the public. Really, for me, the RV piece of this has just been the past few months, and it's intense, guys. It's intense. So yeah, I would have reached out sooner if I actually had had my shit together by then. But this went through all kinds of iterations of different ideas and things like that. Megan, yeah, there's a lot on the line with this. Taryn's texting, so we're gonna let Taryn.
There's people on TikTok
that tickers and talkers.
Yeah.
Here's the real. The prize is really for Old Hospital on College Hill, right? They're just two amazing people that have an amazing location in that town. But there's a lot at stake here, right? The girls have taken the promotions fucking to the next level, all this shit. There is a trophy for sure. There are bragging rights for sure. But we want the winners. We do want the winners to be Old Hospital on College Hill. We want it to be
Williamson,
West Virginia. We want it to be the people of that town who have been put in some shitty situations due to the economy being what it is and a million other reasons. So, yeah, as much as it's for bragging rights, we're doing it for them. We will not make a penny on it. Believe me, trust me, we're not making a penny on this thing. But it's. I think it's.
I love it. The banter that's been going on about girls. Sorry, go ahead, Sarah. You look like you have way more important to say than I did.
No, well, no, and you know what? Here's the thing with girls versus boys. Yes, in the end, it is, to me, it's getting the community. And because we're going to be doing lives, we want to interview people in the town. We want to touch base with some of their important landmarks. But the cool part is, I think, giving them, and it's great when the networks get in there and the big paranormal celebrities go in and they investigate. It's amazing. But we really want to give the town a moment to shine. And yes, it's on YouTube. And, look, Paranormally Blonde, we are not the million follower YouTube show. We're not. Yeah. But we definitely we have that much love on our channel, and we want to make sure that they have their moment to be on there and to be seen. They have every right, as much as everybody else, to be in the paranormal community, a part of this thing that, in my opinion, I think we're creating a little bit of history here for the paranormal community. It's for everybody. There's going to be interaction with people who view, and hopefully this trophy, and it's pretty badass, if I may add. Like, it's a really unique and cool trophy. This thing needs to, I keep saying, I think it's going to have its own Instagram page. I think this might just grow into other challenges. And, maybe there'll be a little podcast versus podcast, Taryn. Maybe we'll have a little challenge that way.
That would be awesome.
Peaches versus plums.
Bananas.
Yeah, shit. And by the way, so everybody knows Paranormally Blonde, or if you don't know, they are the official podcast of Get Haunted. So if you're not following, please do us a solid, go sub. Let's get their numbers up so that we can get the word out more and more. And I'm guessing if you're here, you already subscribed to Paranormal Brew.
But I can use some more too. I mean, I'm not anymore. I would love to be able to get off of Facebook and just go on YouTube, but it's very hard.
It is. It is a hard, being a show, it's very tough. And I think when, I feel like, Taryn, your show and my show, if you keep true to what your mission is, it can be hard to grow it quickly. I'm not willing to do something to sensationalize the show to suddenly, and believe me, we could do, Taryn, you and I right now could put a show together and it could be paranormal gossip and we could hit record numbers.
Yeah.
But then what, and I think that we're really, one thing that I love about my show and your show is, you've got the people on the side that truly support you and are always there, same as Paranormally Blonde.
Yep.
I will never not do it. As long as I can do it, I will do it.
Yeah, me too. Well, this year will be 6 years for the brew. So
that's amazing. Congratulations.
So I've put a lot of work, and I celebrated 5-year anniversary last year. This year will just be another. I'll just put up like 6 years for the brew, and when it's time for it to end, it'll end, But right now I'm loving it, and I love I love the people I have on. I love promoting my peers. I love promoting all this good stuff, because I don't want people just to see what's on TV, and I don't want people just to see the crappy stuff that's out there. I want people to see real shit, and I want people to have the platform to go to where they know they're going to get good information from, or education, or laugh, or resonate with something.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys coming on for sure.
We
You
appreciate
guys are amazing, and I'm totally looking forward to our future. Rob's won't be around much longer because we are definitely going to set up a ring, and it's going to be an octagon, and
Uh-oh.
it's like we're old school UFCing.
Uh-oh.
No rules.
I'm from Jersey, right? So I will fight you. It's fine. And it's illegal. It is totally legal for me
totally
to
legal.
fight you in
We're
Jersey.
putting it out there.
Uh-oh.
It's on. And we'll be in New York. So we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
Absolutely.
Don't forget about my military background. Thank you.
Don't scare me.
You didn't bring your uniform out. I'm surprised.
It's right there. I can get it.
Yeah, don't. You're good.
Again, thank you for your service. I can't even thank you enough for that.
You don't have to.
Bob,
thank you for thanking me for my service.
See, this is how you know. Like this is all of us. Oh, peaches always win, but I like playing with bananas. Now that is totally something that we're all like that. It's just we're all like that. So
oh my gosh.
All right.
That's either my peaches. But thank you guys so much for coming on. Looking forward to everything that Get Haunted and Paranormally Blonde are going to be doing, and definitely will be teaming up with you guys. I love it, love it, love it. Everybody, please check out Paranormal Blonde and Get Haunted. And until next time, I'm out.
Yeah, we good?
Kind of, maybe in a minute.
Peace.
See y'all later.